know, how do you see that fight stylistically? How do you see like Mike at this age? By the time he fights Jake, I think he'll be 58 if I'm correct. Jake's like 26. How do you think that fight is going to turn out?
Well, you know, I tell you what can happen.
Yeah.
Because you know it's with the confidence the other guy. I don't know how much confidence that Jake Paul have in all this, but you know he's gonna be a lot quicker. And if he stay close to Mike, then his chance of winning gonna be great. But he try to stay back from Mike, he gonna get caught. Yeah, you know, cause, you know,
so yeah, why is that? Because people would think stay away from Mike, don't get hit, like don't give him a chance to like land at something on you.
Mike is like a snake. He'll pop out on you. He get there too quick. But if you charge him, you're gonna smother everything, because everything he push off his legs. He push off his legs so he too close. Like this, but if you give him wrong, I mean, everybody get knocked out going backwards. Like this, you get him in the room, you're gonna be messed up.
Do you see Mike winning or do you see Jake winning?
I don't know. It's all depending on how Jake fight. You know, I tell you what, if it's cause somebody gonna tell him it's too crazy to be trying to get close to the guy. He gonna stay like that. Mike like he get in and he curve up like this and snap out and get you.
Yeah.
He'll jump
MC
up and
roll.
get you. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
I like this, and you know, I'm like, you know, but you know, the point of the matter is, do Jake Paul take a good shot? I never seen him get hit by nobody.
Or a guy that the power of Mike even up, because power's the last thing to go.
Yeah, I'm telling you, so that's it. But you never know. Yeah, just like Mike quit in the ring, he got tired and just quit and just sit down.
Oh man,
I'm
yeah.
done.
I don't know. Would it surprise you if Jake won? Or do you think Mike, because of Mike's body of work, his experience, that like he shouldn't be losing a fight like that?
But the thing is you don't get in these things if you don't believe you can win. I'm saying that's my whole thing. I ain't never fought when I ain't think I can win. Every time I ever got in the ring, I thought I was gonna win. You know, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna give my all. I'm like, yeah. So the whole big thing is that's the whole process of being a true fighter. You're gonna get your all when you get in there. I'm like, you know, if I spar with my son, you know, I'm gonna beat him.
You're that competitive.
But what I'm saying, I'm not gonna knock the daylights out of most this. I can you can feel the shot when they hit your glove to how hard he's swinging and all that. You know, his hands are a lot faster than mine. And he weigh 154 pounds. He's going, oh, okay. Well, you know, I tell her, I said, no, I ain't getting there with you. I said, your hand too quick, man. I said, your hand quick like this. I said, you catch me. I said, you know, I'm gonna come back on you. I said, you know, but you know, I said, that's the whole art of the game, man. Everybody, don't nobody want to lose. I said, but that's the competitive nature of anything. I know I'm not gonna get you in the corner and just and no gun. Well, I'm gonna hurt your shoulders and all this. I'm gonna be hitting so hard. I said, I wouldn't do that. I said, but I realized you're quicker than me. I said, so I'm not gonna keep getting hit in the nose like this. So I said, I'm gonna have to pop out a hook. I have to pop out a hook to make you cover up to stay right there for me to hit you.
Gotta keep them honest.
Yeah. You know, because you know, my son got very quick hands, and you know, he's 6'3", he weighed 154, and so you know, I know he's gonna be quicker. Pop like this, but it's punches that I throw, he don't even know nothing about. I go act like I'm going to the head and hit him with the body with that right hand, like that. You know, so you know, that's the whole art of the game of boxing is that, you know what, it's almost like tagging. Who tag each other most?
Two more things, Evander, and we'll wrap it up. One, if Mike were to lose, do you think it hurts boxing at all?
Me personally, I wouldn't take it that way, because because the whole big thing, I'm telling you, this man fought his whole life for whatever reason he chooses to do this. We already know he ain't gonna be as quick as him, but if he catch him, he can knock you. You don't lose your strength. You're like that. He catch him with a left hook, and I think that's the only thing that he can pretty much catch him with, a left hook or right hand.
Mike, yeah.
Like this, I think Mike knows that. Hey, you got to hit the guy in the face all the time. You hit him to the arm,
the body,
hit him to the arm,
the shoulders.
Like this, I'm like, it may be over because he ain't probably never fought nobody who punched like Mike. Like this, and I say, and so the whole
even
thing,
Roy said it. Roy said after the fight, and even in an interview, said like that's the hardest I've ever been hit. Like it felt like a mule was kicking me.
Yeah. That one time, you getting hit on.
Well, you got hit by him. Describe the power.
Well, the point of the matter, I ain't really get hit with none of that stuff.
Nothing clean, yeah.
Not like my own thing is everybody do he punch hard? I said, I don't know. I ain't thinking about him hitting hard. I got to be first. That's the only thing that I want to do. If I could be first and leading the thing off, then I'm all right. I said, if I got to get hit to just like I said a lot of things Mike didn't hit me with. Because I was always moving like this, and I say anything in a way he punched, I would change in my position to catch him with something. I said, so I said then when you hitting just as hard as somebody else, and he know that you're not gonna run out of gas. I said one thing that everybody know that he ain't running out of gas. Evander is not running out of gas. I like this.
You're a cardio machine.
I used to pick it up when if I get the other guy breathing hard just like me, oh man, I come start fighting even harder. Because the whole big thing is, the whole art of the boxing is a mindset that when it all come down, when you tied, it's this other guy tied too. And so what's gonna happen? Is he gonna start fading back or what? And so ultimately, the best conditioned fighter is a guy like this, and everybody knew that. Man, Evander don't drink, he don't smoke, he don't do nothing. He always on time, this stuff. I said that was part of the thing that people knew, because through amateur they realized I was like that and all this. I ain't get caught up in arguments and all this and stuff. Every morning I'm gonna be the first one out there and all this, and I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna let nobody see me do wrong. I'm not surprised. It's a thing where that both fighters make a lot of money, but I think Jake Paul, they kind of show everybody else and boxing that, hey, if he can make all that much money, why we ain't making all this much money? Because the fact of the matter is because it's different. He in a professional is a whole different line of boxing. And he'll show you that the boxing that they do, they make all the money. And the program that professional, you get hit in all these different angles to who lead it is and all that to all this money. Cause I was thinking of I remember they were talking about with our viewership with Mike Tyson, like this, and I'm like saying, man, you mean tell me make all this money and shoot, we getting killed ourselves? How in the world can you have all those buys and you and your opponent get this much money, and they tell you how much money left? They say, hey, where all the other money going to? Like just, and I just think that Jake Paul them just show that we and for our boxing, we ain't getting paid all we should get paid. Like that, I'm saying, and they should be happy that is with me. I would tell my son that I would say, look, I said, why would somebody marry Jake? If he can not get in the lead and just box his buddies, and he have all these people pay. Look how much money he got paid. I said, look how much money professional get. Somebody else is dipping in the money. Like that, I think Jake Paul them is. I'm telling you, it's good for boxing for us to go back and look at and say, hey, this thing ain't right. Now these people who not pros, who still taking a chance just like we taking a chance to win, cause they popular, and they get all this money. Okay, wow. Okay, then why would you have a league that they make all this money because people pay? It's the same thing. People pay. And what's wrong with this and what's wrong with that? I'm saying, because why are they able to do it? Somebody could come in and make all this money. My whole thing is that I was a Christian.
Yeah.
And like this, and so I didn't curse, and I ain't do none of these things because the fact that I didn't come up cursing. And my mama cursed every other word, but my mama said, you're gonna be better than me. You're not gonna be this. She says, when you do this, you ain't doing nothing. Saying you're a fool. You just gonna do all these things, mama. But so my mama told me she was poor. She said, you ain't poor. She said, I was poor. You do the right thing, and everything gonna work for you. And everything always worked, because my whole thing is, there was prejudice and all this, and what allowed me to become the first champion in '84, that come from the Olympic, the first person that they were throwing me in a fight with the white Muhammad Qawi, because I kept talking about Jesus. I said, I just want to thank the Lord Jesus, and so that pushed him to push me like that, and so they threw me in there, and I beat him. Then I beat these other guys, and then I'm the undisputed cruiserweight champion. Then I come up as heavyweight, and I still talking about Jesus, but they kept throwing me in these fights. Say, hey, God, dog, man, we can't believe we didn't know he could fight that good. And and the guy named George Benton said, look, hey, this guy, y'all don't even realize this guy had, he the only person that got in there with Mike Tyson in amateur and did real well. They said, they asked me, I said, look, the thing is that they stopped it. I hit him 3 times. They stopped it.
How old were you guys?
I was 21. Mike Tyson was 17.
Oh wow!
Like this, and so he was heavyweight. And I was light heavy. I was 170. I was 178. Like this, but the point of it is that so they asked me. They said, why you ain't never? I said, my mama said, don't talk about it. I said, Mike just turned 17. I said, I was 21, but he ain't have no sparring partner. I asked him, do he want to spar? And he said, no, Evander, I don't want to hurt you. You're my friend. I said, we sparred. I called him, my arm was longer than his. I wasn't going to wait for him to hit me. I see him knock somebody out every day. every day I see him knock somebody out. But he jump in, and when he jump in, I can step back and I make people.
Yeah, we saw you do the same thing with Buster Douglas.
Yeah.
You step back, landed the right.
Yeah. I'm saying, my of that, I was quick like that. Plus, I danced real well. I was good in movement and all this. And my whole thing that dancing just one our thing. This is what we did as a kid. Everybody has to dance with my mama. Like this is stuff. I'm sure learners, all those had good stuff. I know how to get in and get out and all this. And I kept my hand high. I didn't drop my hands and all this stuff. I fought a very conservative fight, but I had fast hand, had good movement, and I know how to make a guy bad back, then come back, then make him step forward, make him run into my. Because my whole thing is that, you know, to get them to come into that's the greatest punch you want to get to, like this, and make them come into your shot, and you start hurting them. Like that, you know what I'm saying?
We've seen you do time and time again throughout your career.